YouTube? What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, man. Back at y'all again with another video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes, man. So the Philadelphia Eagles officially are a 4-0 team in the league, man. Very, very bittersweet as they take down the Bucs. I think it was like 31-23, I believe. I can't remember the score off the top of my head, y'all. Y'all gonna have to excuse me. I literally just woke up. But yeah, man. So the Philadelphia Eagles end up surviving a late comeback attempt from the Bucs yesterday. Um, Now there was a few things that I liked about this games, and there was a few things I didn't like about this game. But I'm gonna start on the positives and then move on to the negatives. Okay, so the positive thing is the Eagles special teams and the Eagles defense really came through today and really helped them out, on the scoreboard. Just same thing as last week. Jordan Davis blocking a punt to seal the win against the Rams. Lapula, whatever his name was, man, blocked the kick early in this game, and he was able to return it for a touchdown and put the Eagles up 7 before the Eagles offense even had to ever touch the field, which was pretty incredible, man. You don't see blocked punts too often nowadays in the league, and for a team to have back to back in 2 games in a row, it's pretty elite, man. Michael Clay is really doing a good job with those guys on special teams. Now, the Eagles' offense looked really, really good, in the first half of this game. They were able to get Dallas Goedert heavily involved in the offense. Jalen Hurts was able to do some things. The fake tush push and being able to get Dallas a touchdown, being able to get Saquon a touchdown was pretty remarkable for sure. But you know, I believe Jalen Hurts had 130 yards passing, 15 of 16 in the first half with 2 TDs, and a few rushing yards as well. But when the second half came around, I don't think Jalen Hurts even completed a single pass. He went 0 for 8. The offense looked incompetent, and the offense just looked out of sorts, man. And I don't know if, and I understand that NFL and football, it's the game. It's about adjustments at the end of the day. The team that can make the best adjustments, but I believe that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers definitely went into the locker room and made some major adjustments. But I'm just trying to figure out what the hell did Philadelphia and Kevin Patullo do when they went into the locker room? Were they making adjustments? Were they trying to figure out a ways to get A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith more involved in this game? Because the same things I've been saying ever since the first week of the season, it's still kind of rearing its ugly head, man. Devontae Smith, I don't feel like he's getting the football enough. I don't feel like he's getting plays drawn up for him enough. And the same goes for A.J. Brown, man. A.J. Brown last week, he had 109 yards and a TD against the Rams, but outside of that game, man, the man is averaging like 27 yards a game, which is kind of crazy because, like I said before, A.J. Brown is at least a top 5 wide receiver in this game. He's proven that to us over the past couple of seasons, so it doesn't make sense for the Eagles to not be trying to scheme him open. It's good to win games. It doesn't matter how it looks. That's what Saquon said, in his presser after the game, which I do agree with. The Philadelphia Eagles fans, they're never going to not want to win games. You know what I'm saying? We're always going to accept the dub. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Because, when the Eagles lose, man, it really, does something to our souls. You know what I'm saying? So we're always going to want the Eagles to win games, man. But sometimes, man, you have to win in a way to where everybody's happy and, nobody's complaining, because now it comes to a point where you got A.J. Brown after the game putting up cryptic tweets on his Instagram or his social media platform, and a lot of people are going to say, oh, he shouldn't do that, he shouldn't do that. Well, he is a wide receiver, you know what I'm saying? Wide receivers want the football, you know what I mean? That's the only way they're going to be able to help the team win, and AJ Devontae and Jalen, they're all close. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if Kevin Patullo needs to figure out how to draw because he did do good last week with drawing up plays for AJ Brown. You know what I'm saying, against the Rams, but it was like this week it was kind of like the same thing all over again that we saw in the Dallas game. You know, Jalen Hurts throwing the ball to AJ Brown and he when he's in double coverage. You know what I mean? Not really seeing the field well, trying to force the ball to AJ. I don't know, he's trying to make him happy, but trying to force him the ball. Uh, AJ Brown still running these little slant routes. Like, get this man the football in one-on-one coverage, man. You did it last week, Kevin. But when the second half came around, man, this Eagles offense looked totally different than what it did before. Now, I'm not saying that you still can't Eagles can't win games or the Eagles are a bad team. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is the Philadelphia Eagles got to figure out this thing that they got going on offense, man, to where there's no reason why Jalen Hurts has 130 yards passing and two TDs in the first half, and then the second half come around, he doesn't complete a single pass. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's a Jalen Hurts issue that we're having because we have seen Jalen Hurts play at a very high level at the quarterback position in Philadelphia. Okay, now don't get me wrong, there were a couple of injuries in this game, like Lane Johnson went out for a little bit, Jalen Carter went out for a little bit, so other guys on the defense had to step up. Adoree Jackson was out, and Keely Ringo had to step in there, and he did a really good job today. You know what I mean? So there's a couple of positives in this game. But Jahad Campbell had a pick as well, you know. So there's a couple of positives in this game, man. But that offense, man, is very, very confusing at times. You know, sometimes I don't really understand what the Eagles' identity on offense is anymore because last season, I should say, the Eagles, we all understood what the Eagles' identity was on offense, okay? It was Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley ran for 2,000 yards last season, okay? That was last season, though. So this year, the way Saquon Barkley's numbers are looking, you know, it's been kind of down lately. I don't think he's our identity on offense anymore. We have to find a new identity now, okay? So I don't know whether if that's Jalen Hurts, you know what I mean, throwing the ball to A.J. Brown, because let's be honest, man, if this continues, bro, A.J. Brown's going to want out, okay? Because, like I said before, A.J. is not a selfish player, I don't think. I just think that he wants to be involved in the team's success in some type of fashion. He wants to help the team win in some type of fashion. And he probably has been expressing to Kevin Patullo that he wants the ball more, and Kevin Patullo's still not hearing him. Okay, look what happened when we got AJ Brown the football last week. We was able to come back against the Rams. Okay, he is your number one wide receiver. There should be plays being drawn up for this man. Because it's gonna suck if we lose AJ. I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna suck. You know what I mean? He's a really, really great, player. You know what I mean? So we got to figure it out, man, on offense, man. But the defense is still looking good. The defense and the special teams really, really won the Eagles this game in the second half. Bucky Irving fumbling the football, and I believe Keely Ringo recovered it, but I think Jahad Campbell popped it out, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, though. I forgot. But, yeah, man, so those were a lot of good plays. If it had it not been for those plays, man, the Eagles probably don't win this game today because that offense was so inept in the second half. That's got to change, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that we got the dub, though. Shout out to the Eagles, you know what I mean, for always taking care of business. And I'm going to say that every time we win a football game, but we still got to get this offense right. All right? Now, like, comment, share, subscribe, man. Y'all know the vibes, man. And I'm out. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about the Eagles, taking down the Buccaneers, yesterday, man. And we can have a discussion about it in the comments, man. But other than that, man, I'm out, man. Peace.